So do speaker cables, braided speaker cables, speaker interconnects, do they work? Well, stick around, let's find out. Let's talk about it. Well, welcome back to Audio, Video, and Tech, where we talk about audio, video, and tech. This video is going to be talking about braided speaker cables. You know, they call them that. They call them speaker interconnects, where they connect it from the AVR to the speaker. Whatever which way you want to call it, they connect the speaker to the AVR. Picked these up right before New Year's, and I was on a home theater Facebook page that I'm always on, and a discussion came up concerning braided speaker wires. You know, are they worth it? So it's something that I've been thinking about for a while, because I just have regular 12 gauge, 14 gauge regular speaker wire connecting my Revels, Concerta 2s, front, and on all my other speakers I have them connected. So I wanted to try it and see, are they worth it? But I didn't want to spend a lot of money on them, because they can get extremely expensive, to hundreds to thousands and teens of thousands for one cable. I think at the time I spent like $16, $17. These ones here are the same ones. They're all over Amazon. These are selling for $19.99 for these ones right here. And you know, that's not a bad price. So these are the Gearit. These are 3-foot 12 gauge copper braided speaker cables. Had to use a knife because it's a pain to rip open. I'm just gonna cut it open. Brand new, never been used. And kind of like an unboxing or unpackaging. I think it might be my first one where you get to see it, you know, virgin product. So this is it right here. This is the shortest version example that they have. Build quality, seems pretty reasonable, decent for the price. I think I paid $16, $17 for it, and so they just plug if your speaker cable or your AVR has the banana plugs that you can plug directly into the back of your binding post for your binding post behind your amp or your AVR. You just plug it right in. No more, trying to unscrew the negative and positive and feeding it through. You just plug it in. So with that being said, I wanted to see if these are even worth it. I didn't want to spend a lot of money. So I plugged it in. I bought two. I plugged one into my Revell Concerta 2 C26 center channel, and just to see if I noticed any added depth, any richness, anything different. And to be completely honest, no, I didn't. I knew I wouldn't, but for the sake of science and making my bank account less, having less in it. You know, I wanted to try it out. So, you know, they have good build quality to them. They're braided. You know, these ones here, like I said, are 12, or they say they're 12 gauge. I'd have to cut it open to see, but I ain't gonna do that. But just by feeling, they feel like 12 gauge thickness. So, who are speaker cables, speaker interconnects besides regular wire? Who are they made for? I would say they're made for two type of people in the home theater world. Someone who, like, A, would be like your enthusiast. You have exposed wiring somewhere, like, you know, I would say mostly for your left, center, and right channels. Because once you start getting to a longer length, you're going to be paying a pretty penny, even for inexpensive cables like these. These are 3 foot. I think I paid, what, $16, $17 for them. I think if you go up to, like, oh, God, was it like the 10 foot? You're paying, I think, like 40. You'd have to look on Amazon, but, you know, I think they're around $40 for like a 10 foot section or so. And I personally think that once you start paying more than $20 per cable, I really think you're throwing your money away for an enthusiast person. You're not going to gain any sound. You're not going to lose any sound. You want it because when you walk by your speaker, you want to see it connected pretty in the back of your speaker. And that's basically it. So you're not going to be running, you know, you're not going to be buying these off the internet for 30, 40, 50, 60 feet because you're still talking a lot of money. Even for like entry level braided speaker cables interconnects. Okay. That leads me to the very, very, very high-end audiophile. And, you know, those are the people that are spending 20, 30, 50,000, $100,000 per speaker. You know, they have $20,000, $50,000 amps, tube amps. They have the money to fork out speaker cables that cost thousands upon thousands of dollars. There's some speakers cables out there that are almost $35,000 for 10 feet. Yeah. $35,000 for 10 feet. Imagine if they're running speaker cable 100 feet. You're talking, you know, you could buy a sweet ass Porsche GT3 RS for the money for speaker cables. I would never ever buy a speaker cable. Not that I could afford, but if I could, I wouldn't. I'd buy it on a nice Porsche. Okay, but those are the people, the audiophiles that expensive cables are made for. You know, those are the people that are going to have, you know, audio video home theater companies come in with all their frequency gauges and, you know, testing all the frequencies and room correction and sound absorption. You know, they want to make sure every single frequency is spot on. Hey, I like good music and good movies just like everyone else, but I am not that crazy about, oh, I gotta have my frequency from, I don't know, 22,000 hertz down to correct 19.7642 hertz, because the Joneses across the street, that's what they're running, and I gotta match them. I'm not about that. I just want my sound. I just want my system to sound good, sound rich and deep, and for 99.9% of the people out there, other than just having your front, your two channels, your two front channels, your center channel hooked up, I think that they're really a waste of money. You're not going to gain any sound difference whatsoever. So that's my thoughts of it. If you're super, super rich, you're definitely not watching this channel. And yeah, if you're super, super rich, go ahead, spend the money. You're better off spending on something else, because you might as well just hide the wires than spend teens or $100,000 or more for wires. Go ahead, blow it. That's what you're doing. You're really blowing it. I would rather hide my wires than spend that type of money. Because the main reason for these is to show them off on Instagram, on Facebook, and say, "Hey, everyone, I got interconnects." It's not going to get you a date. It's not. It's not going to get you a date. People are going to flip out and say, "Oh, wow, look at you. I want to marry you because you have interconnects." They're probably going to, if you tell them how much you spent on interconnects, like really, really high quality ones, they'll probably think you're pretty damn crazy. And I would probably say the same thing too. So, again, who are these for? These are for people who like wasting money, or who just want to walk by you walk by your front channels and you want to see these coming on the back of them. You're not getting anything out of them, compared to a good quality copper speaker wire, oxygen-free speaker wire. You're not getting anything. You're really losing money. So again, the question to you is, have you ever used braided speaker wires? What did you think about them? What's the longest length braided speaker cable that you have bought? Put it in the comments below. Please, also, I forgot to mention, please subscribe, comment, give me a like. It helps with the algorithm for YouTube. I took the first part of January off just to relax and just to acclimate to 2022, because 2022 is going to be one crazy year. I'm already going to see that's going to happen. So, yeah, please comment below, subscribe, give me a like, shout out, and if there's anything you'd like me to test, review, drop it in the comment below, and I'll see what I can do about that. I do have more product in that I will be reviewing, and I'm here for you guys. I'm not a big YouTuber. I'm not even a small YouTuber. I'm like a baby. I'm like an embryo YouTuber, just waiting to grow. Who knows how long that's going to take? But help me with that growth, and I'll see you again. Peace.